Well, hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to, guess what? Haiku Friday. That's what. Hope you're all having a good week so far. Ready for the weekend. It's been a great week here. Of course, very gray. It's very gray here in Spokane. But it's not been too icy lately. But okay, enough with the weather report, right? We'll have time for that at the end. And I'll warn you before I start talking about stuff that's going on around here. So you can vamoose. All right. First one, we're going to kick off one with from Rico San. Who makes me happy to think about Rico San and where he is right now. All right. Your French fried freedom. Decolonize potatoes. Time to pay those dues. Yeah. Yes. Who can't remember those freedom fries? That's when we knew. That's when we knew a certain party became cuckoo. And they've only just when you think they can't get any lower, they do. So here we go. Okay, we've got four from Tegan. Why don't we get started on those? What's is in a name? The real person inside me. Tegan turned to poison. Second one, transphobic loved one. Weaponizing proper nouns. Knife thrust in my heart. Third one, injection and pills. Cause turmoil beyond repair. Her pain without end. And the last one from Deegan is I dreamt a dream sweet. Fifth grade all over again. My hair in French braids. Oh, that's a great dream. Hey, thanks, Tegan. Appreciate you putting pen to paper and coming up with those. Hope you're having a good week. Let's see. Here's one from Tom. And Tom says he was inspired by Game of Thrones for this. My fire and ice brew. Joyful morning cup of joe goes from warm to cold. Ooh, I don't know. I've never watched Game of Thrones. Never watched it. I tried reading the book once, and I definitely had a hard time getting through like the first chapter. I was done. Thanks, Tom. Hope you can get back to TV watching soon. Speaking of TV watching, here we have one from Don Q. The Year of the Hare. Bugs Bunny on Me TV. It's all lunacy. Oh, I'm going to read that again because I went to Looney Tunes and said lunacy. So let's do that again. The Year of the Hare. Bugs Bunny on Me TV. It's all lunacy. Thanks, Don Q. Lovely as always. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Still, I know I said it numerous times, but hope your 2023 is fantastic. Hmm. Hmm. All right, here's one from me. Today's fun menu list of creative pursuits, working out from in. All right. Uh, let's see what is going on. What would you like to know? So those of you who are haiku purists tuned in strictly for the haikus. Now it's time to tune out, turn out, and drop out, whatever you need to do. I'm going to talk about stuff that's going on with me. So if you don't want to hear what's going on with me, you can tune out. All right. First thing, right off the bat, is I had an uncle who died. Maybe talked about that last week. My uncle, the priest, who was also a anti-war demonstrator and went to jail for that, going doing anti-war stuff. Um, he was also my namesake when I was John. He's John, and I was kind of torn on whether to go or not to the funeral because um, we- I don't want to. I have not seen my Minnesota relatives since I transitioned. And I really don't want to be a oh, my brother Joe's calling. Hi Joe. You're probably watching Haiku Friday right now. I bet you are. Um, but I don't want to be upstage what's going on with with the funeral stuff, like I like the focus to be on my uncle. And so, I don't know, do you ever do this where you make like some weird thing a deciding factor? So the flights to Minnesota were, um, when I first logged on to look at them, they were like $625 to go to Minneapolis in the middle of January. $625. So I thought, you know what? Good chance these things are going to fall. So I was like, if they get below $600, I'm going to go, and I'll figure out how to bridge the weirdness factor when I get there. And but I decided, but they never got below 625. In fact, they're tickling like $1,000 now. I couldn't believe it. I would have had to cancel out on guests on Tuesday for the radio show, but I was willing to do that. Um, but I so that's how I made my decision. And then it dawned on me, I am his namesake. And so is this weird, the only one in the family that was named after my Uncle John. And then I ditched the name when I transitioned, of course. Um, how odd that I don't show up. But then again, I go, well, how odd that I do show up. So um, I opted instead to send a plant and give money to my Uncle John's chosen peace charity. And I looked them up and they looked like a pretty cool group. So I did all those things. And I will be there in spirit. I'll watch the funeral mass, which is another thing because they, like people who are up on the church stuff, not too down with us trans people. So that would have been odd. And I didn't want to be confrontational at a thing like that. So, but I will stream from Facebook. All right, so that's going on. The other thing that's going on is I've been working on this painting for quite a while. Um, and basically what it is, I've been thinking a lot about the Spokane River and the salmon in the Spokane River. And I feel hopeful that they're going to return. And I think about the electricity, all that stuff, and how temporary all of what we've done here is doing. So um, here is the painting that I painted so far. I got a little bit more work to do, but you can kind of get the gist of it. Let's see. We've got old Spokane town. We got a moon shooting out some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like river rays. We got the salmon, the only colorful thing besides the stars in the sky. Um, that's going on. So I don't have a whole lot left to do on this. Um, don't have a lot to do on it, but touch up stuff and then I'll put my name on it. But you saw it here first for the few of you who've stayed with me through this. I'm doing a lot of writing projects. Those of you who might know me from before, I was more of a writer than I ever been a painter or any kind of visual artist. When I was transitioning, my counselor told me that my art would change. And, it did. Probably about, gosh, 5 or 6 years ago, I really started getting more into painting for whatever reason and not as much writing. But I'm kind of coming back to my first love of writing. So, what am I writing? I'm doing a thing on my cereal box or my cereal collection, not to be confused with the cereal box collection, because I've got cereal still in these things that are pushing like 30 years old, I guess. I talked about that last week. First one is going to be my newest addition, I think, to the serial collection, Finding Nemo. And that Finding Nemo is going to be, I'm going to do something with it because no one's going to buy the stuff. I'll put it up for sale. Each one of the boxes up for sale. They're not going to sell. And then I'm going to do something with them, kind of a written word, performance art, other kind of stuff. Really inspired. My son Aiden showed me this guy on YouTube called Bobby Fingers, and he makes these wonderful dioramas. The last one was a Steven Seagal chokehold diorama, and he tells the story of things, and then he makes these things, and he does stuff with the art that he creates, and it's beautiful. So if you get a chance, check out Bobby Fingers. So I'm writing on that. I'm still writing on my radio play. I'm writing on my other play, not as much as I should, because that one's harder. And so I've been kind of I've been ignoring that. I also found when we cleaned out the closet, the furnace room closet, a bunch of Hearst Castle slideshow slides. So I'm making those into some sort of art piece. That weird thing is, over the years, I would imagine they're probably from the late 60s. They've become very red. So I'm trying to do something with the color of those. Another thing I'm trying to do is become a faster runner. So I've been reading Born to Run 2, doing some exercises in that. I've become very slow in my running, very methodical and plodding, and I want to get better than that. I've also been back to writing 3 pages every day. We'll see how long that lasts. And meditating, see how long that lasts. Tonight, Sarah and I are going to go see Photograph 51. That should be really good. That's going to be a great play. Got friends in that, a friend who's directing that. And so that's the stuff that's going on with me. I know it's kind of rapid fire. I want to thank all of my haikuists again today for their lovely haikus. And keep them coming, folks. Send me your haikus at haikufriday.com. You can see a link there. You can leave notes. You can leave a message in the Facebook. You can message me. You can do however you want. A million ways to get me a haiku. Haikus are simple, make your brain feel good. And with that, I will bid you all a fond farewell. Okay, much love. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.